Hey y'all, it is my season 3 opener. Welcome. I am so excited. I just can't hide it. So, yeah, welcome, and make sure before I get into all that, I have a kind of a new setup, almost new. I got my pad sitting over here in case you see me looking out to the side. I'm trying to see what the fuck y'all saying to me. Also, before we get started, make sure you go ahead and subscribe. I need you to subscribe if you are watching and you are not a faithful subscriber to the Boy Please Whatever podcast. And make sure you turn the notification bells on. Make sure you do that for me. And let's get this shit started. So it's been a while. Is everybody okay? How's everyone? Are we enjoying ourselves? How's the Thanksgiving? Yeah, so it's been a minute. It feels kind of strange, right? So I did new little decor in the back. I am in my home. If you do not know, I'm in my living room area. So I have purchased a few new gadgets to make the show kind of flow smoother, and I'm going to start having multiple guests at a time. So I did purchase like some, not studio furniture, but nice little furniture, to make everyone comfortable. But earlier, so I had to change my setup like right before the show started. So I was gonna have it kind of like me sitting talk showy. You can see my whole outfit and all that shit, and it just didn't feel organic to me. It didn't feel like me, right? I had a turtleneck on and some blue jeans. I felt like the fucking Dwayne. You know that picture of The Rock like this with the turtleneck on and shit? It felt like that. It just didn't feel like me, and I had to tell myself, if it's not broke, don't fix it. The setup will change when I have guests, of course. But if it's just me, I like my table. I don't want to say it's a comfort zone for me, but I just like my table. I like to rest my arms on something, and yeah, it's been working so far. So shit, I'm really just starting out in a way. So why not? Anywho, yeah. What I was gonna say? So just to go ahead and start, I have new cards too. Just want to introduce a lot of shit. I got cue cards, bitches. It's sickening, no? So yeah, I just want to be comfortable and be true to myself and what felt natural to me and what's been working. But again, I just want to take a little brief hiatus. Every 15 episodes, this will happen. It may not be that long anymore. The first break I took, we literally partied the entire time. So now I'm trying to this past time I was trying to get out of the habit of doing that. Although a break is necessary, but also I'm taking a break to, do some work, right? So shout out to my project manager, Robin. We actually had a very, very productive meeting. We've been reaching out to people and stuff like that. It's been very professional and shit, right? So yeah. Said we're not okay. Social media is social mediaing. It really has. Listen, a lot of shit has been popping off. Like, it always happens like that though. Like when I get off, it's like, bitch, people inboxing me like, do something about it. So before I start, I do want to go ahead and introduce a new segment I'm going to do. If you guys aren't familiar with the movie American Pie, there is there's this little girl. She was like a little geeky, nerdy character. And she would always say one time at band camp, right? So what I want my viewers to do is, if you have like any weird stories, crazy stories, sex stories, it does not matter. We're going to call that segment One Time at Band Camp. So email me at boypleasewhatever23@gmail.com and make sure you put One Time at Band Camp in the subject line, so I will know to go directly to it. Hey everyone, y'all like my cue cards? Aren't they cute? But yeah, so anyway, of course I always start talking about my weekend, but I've had 7 weekends since the show started. So anyway, the last time you saw me, I shared the platform with my mom and dad, and it really went really well. They were received well. I didn't think they wouldn't, but they were received very, very well. A lot of heartfelt responses. And one thing I did not get a chance to say on the show because I was getting choked up, I didn't realize how special the connection I share with my mom and dad is. Not saying I'm unappreciative of it. It's just been the thing of like, there's always been something just always happened. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't want to say you don't appreciate something till it's gone. It just, in my upbringing and the environment I was brought up in, we never really focused on anything outside of like love, right? So I just really never got a chance to go back until I went back and watched it. I was like, you know what, this is really, really special. So a lot of people have been asking. I am going to bring my mom and dad back. You can be anonymous. Hey Charlie, what's the tea? I said it at the beginning, but I don't know if you missed it or not. But I'm gonna do it for you, brother. But yeah, it was just very, very, very heartfelt, and it was special to me. And I just realized a lot of people don't have that. One thing I do have to practice on is not responding to fucking idiots. I wrote that down. Stop responding to foolishness. I feel like I was protecting my parents in a way. I must get that from my mom. She tries to protect me. I have to remind her I'm a fucking adult. So it's like people were talking about like, you know, my dad wasn't a real man for accepting his gay son. And I was like, nigga, fuck you. Like, pull up. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. But anywho, over the break, I went to a retreat called Fall Tackler. Fall Tackler was a lot of fun. I'm trying to move fast. I got a lot of shit to cover. Fall Tackler was very, very fun. It's a retreat in the cabins in Gatlinburg. Normally the weekend before Halloween. Had a really, really good time there. And then also after that, let me see what else big happened. Thanksgiving. So I have a really, really good lasagna, right? And I've been making lasagna for almost like 10 years every fucking holiday, every Thanksgiving rather. And my mom, she has a neighbor that gave us some cheese. I've been knowing this neighbor my entire life. She gave us these really big industrial sized bags of cheese, right? So my mom was like, you know, groceries are high as fuck, right? So anybody give me anything, I'm like, cool, we're gonna take it. So we got the cheese. The fucking cheese was terrible, y'all. So I made the mac and cheese with it and the lasagna. So I'm really not a mac and cheese person. Like, I like mac and cheese, but I'm not the bitch you gonna call. It's like, hey, make me some mac and cheese. But I made some one time at home. It was pretty good. So I was like, I think I can make some for Thanksgiving. So I did that. I topped it with the fucking cheese that I got from the neighbor. Thanksgiving morning, the fucking cheese would not melt. It was hard like onion straws. You hear me? It was fucking terrible. So Thanksgiving was almost ruined. My lasagna, the top of my lasagna was hard as a fucking rock. I had to take a spatula and peel the top off like a fucking scab. So that happened for Thanksgiving. I almost ruined it. But we had a really good time. Some of my friends came over and spent Thanksgiving with me and my family, and that was really cool. That really never happened before. But you know, it was cool. It was different, but I hope they had a good time. The food was the bomb. And yeah. So anywho, while I've been gone, I wrote a couple of things down. It's just a lot's been going on. First, for starters, Lauryn Hill. Really, really quick. Stop fucking paying to see Lauryn Hill. This bitch would literally have to be on stage on her third song before I even pull up in the parking lot. I don't feel sorry for people who's like, oh, this bitch is unprofessional. I can't believe Lauryn Hill is doing this. Like, girl, like, cut it the fuck out. The bitch never shows up. She's never on time for anything. And she blamed, like, she was like, y'all lucky if I ever get on stage or some shit because I'm going through. Bitch, we're all going through. And we need a fucking break from reality, which is why we come to see your show. And you don't give a fuck about your fans because you feel like you can't make the stage on time. I think it's just fucking gross. Saucy Santana, DJ Academics. The same typical niggas going at black women, and then when it's always the black gay best friend taking up for the black women when black men are against them, and then, you know, we are all kind of faggots and punks and all that shit, and niggas act like we can't fight because we're gay. I think that's, you know, that's trash. I really want to see Salsa. Who do y'all think was gonna win? Because Saucy invited DJ Academics like meet me in the field and whoop your ass. I think Saucy would have really told some ass up. But that's just me. What do I have? I'll move this really, really quick. Freddie Jean in her leather. Did y'all fucking see Freddie Jean in her leather black dress for like, was that, what was that a holiday? It wasn't a holiday. It was a Sunday. She had like a little leather dress on, looking like one of the little kids, one of the mama from Spy Kids with the little bob on. It was sickening. But yeah, anywho, enough of that. So I like I have to throw my cards. This is new. I'm gonna do that too. Anywho, while I was gone, Memphis has been, I don't know what the fuck is going on in the city of Memphis. Over the break, I went to a friend of mine's birthday celebration, And we was at Main Event. If you don't know what Main Event is like a place where kids go and they play games, bowl. Now they do have a bar for adults, of course, but it's mainly for kids. Me and my friend walked in together, and we noticed this is very strange. There were like armed guards at a children's place. And I'm saying to say, like, so many people have been getting robbed and shot. Now Memphis has topped, I think in the nation, last week it was 352 murders in the United States. And over the weekend, I found out this morning, 21 people were shot over the weekend in Memphis. And then, you know, if like I've said before on past shows, Top Golf came to Memphis. Week fucking one. Hey, mama. Week one, Top Golf wasn't open I know 7 fucking days. Niggas was already in that motherfucker fight, and then I think they were shooting on the parking lot. And I think it's terrible. I don't know what's going to change, and it's always children. And if it's not children, it's like 18 and 19-year-old, like, you know, but for the most part, all the mischief that is happening in this city is happening. Like, these children are fucking wreaking havoc. And I know someone whose child was caught stealing a car, went to juvenile court. Now, when we were children, your mom would be like, no, your ass staying down now. You acting a fucking fool. You're going to spend the weekend there now. What I found out now is if your child gets in trouble in Memphis, I don't know about other cities or states, but in Memphis, if your child gets in trouble, the parent is responsible to pay. It's like a hotel in a way. Like, you have to pay for them to stay. But the thing is, you also have the option of bringing them home without them staying at all. And I think that's the fucking problem, because if your parents don't really have money and they have the option of bringing you home, I think that fucks up the whole disciplinary experience for that child. Because what I would do is, okay, you fuck up on Thursday, you have to at least stay 3 nights, and it's $100 per night that your parents are going to have to pay. I think if they do that, the crime may stop, because people have been trying to say incriminate the parents, arrest the parents if your child's 8 years old and they're out there, you know, doing what they want to do. But if I can bring you home for free, why not bring you home for free? But people always say, you know, they want the parents to go to jail. I don't know if that's legal or not, but I feel like some type of way, if they were to change it to make it, okay, your child has to stay a minimum of 3 days, depending on the severity of the charge or whatever they got caught doing, and then you have to pay to get them out. And the longer you can afford to get them out, the bigger your bill is going to be. I think they should do that, because this other shit, like this shit, is not fucking working. I can't report information. Saucy Dad used to be a 50 Cent bodyguard. I saw that. Like, he interviewed, I think there was Don't Call Me White Girl, and he said that his dad was a bodyguard for like 50 Cent. His dad's a big guy too. But yeah, hey Jamar, I just don't understand that. I really, really don't get that. And the kids are like roaming the streets at night, and then the parents are saying, oh, I didn't know my child was outside, or I didn't know my child out here breaking in cars. Bitch, they breaking in cars. First of all, I've seen so many parents making excuses for these motherfucking kids. I don't understand. There was a news story about 2 weeks ago in Memphis showing that there are people as young as 8 years old breaking into cars. And this one girl was like, well, you have single parent households and these parents doing everything they want, everything they can do to keep their child. And I'm just like, bitch, if you cannot, and hear me well, if you cannot control a fucking 8-year-old, you have no right to custody of that child whatsoever. How the fuck do you not know where your child is and they're as young as 8 years old? When I was growing up, I couldn't even bring anything stolen or anything that my mom didn't purchase. Knowing I ain't have no job and I came home with a car, or I came home with some bullshit, my mama not going for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we couldn't come in the house with some shit that we couldn't explain where the fuck we got it from. And you mean to tell me your motherfucking child has a 2012 Nissan Sentra parked in front of your fucking house or in your garage and y'all have no clue? It just doesn't make sense to me. Like, it just does not make sense to me. And like, I'm at the point now, y'all know, like, okay, we've had car break-ins where I'm at the point now, I leave my car unlocked everywhere I fucking go. I get out of my car and I just walk off because I feel like I don't see a purpose in locking the cars anymore because shit, what they're gonna do? If they want to get in that motherfucker, they gonna bust your window and steal your car anyway, or rummage through your car. So I feel like I'm gonna leave that motherfucker unlocked, and you can browse like you are a motherfucking service merchandise. I don't give a fuck. Like I can't afford. And the thing is, the deductible is so motherfucking high. The windshield costs less than the deductible, so you never gonna meet that. You know what I'm saying? I just got my windows tinted, and I was scared to do that. But now I don't leave anything in there. I was told my car has anti-theft. I hope it still has anti-theft. But you know, like Derek said, a whole car in the yard. Your child is 16. How in the fuck do you not know that your child is out? And these some happen in daytime, but most of the car breaking happen while motherfuckers are asleep. So folks like, my mom working overnight job. We just had enough fear instilled in us growing up that we just wasn't leaving that motherfucking house. My mom was like, hey, don't open the door for nobody unless it's your cousin chick and your grandmama or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? We just couldn't leave the house. And now y'all got Ring cameras and all kind of shit and locations on your kids' phones. Y'all not finna motherfucking tell me y'all don't, like, you just have no way of knowing where your child is. They got money down their motherfucking arm. They're 13 years old. It just does not make sense to me. And I know I've talked about this several times on my show, but it's just getting out of fucking hand. Like, I don't know where to go. Like, Memphis is trying to, like, build the city up and put new structures up and new places to go and all of that. But it's just like, bitch, Memphis ain't bored. Motherfuckers just scared to go out the house. We just rather be inside. Catch me a motherfucking house party because I just don't know what to do with these children. And I hate to say this, but if a motherfucker walk up on me, like, we get mad when we're stereotyped in stores, right? We get upset. We feel like, oh my God, they racially profiling me. But bitch, a young motherfucker walk up on me in a hoodie and one of them little what they call them, shiesty masks, bitch, I'm running like 40 going north. I don't know what the fuck you finna do because you can't even trust these children and these kids will shoot you. That's why I don't get. This is why I'm trying to get motherfuckers to understand why y'all constantly here making motherfucking excuses for these little bad bastards. These little bitches will kill you about your shit. And that's what I never understood. I know y'all seen videos, motherfuckers in your yard breaking in your car and they backing up with pistols. They got Dracos waiting on you to come out and catch them. They gonna kill you for catching them stealing your shit. Never made no sense to me. You had neighbors back then that didn't let this stuff happen either. Listen, I had a neighbor named Miss Lois. I couldn't fucking stand Miss Lois when I was young. But when the older I got, the more I appreciated her because we was on the side of her house smoking grass and all kinds of shit we ended up being doing cussing. And she would come outside. I don't think she ever told our parents, but she got in our ass and that was dead on that. You know, now you can't say shit to these motherfucking kids. Isaac said part of the problem is that it's a grown children raising children. You know what? I say that too. But I just think y'all have let these children get so far out of hand that you're scared of them. At this point, you're afraid of them because the shit was cute when it's two. In everybody's families, we've all been victim to like seeing little motherfuckers, you know, they cussing, they too. Oh, okay. And she says shit. All right, we laughing. But when you get to 8 and 9, you really know better that you shouldn't be cussing. Y'all think that shit cool. And then who was that? I was talking to somebody and they were an instructor and said that the little girl didn't want to do something. It was like a majorette practice or something or a choir practice. And they was like the little girl didn't want to follow the rules. And her mama was like, well, you had to have done something to make her not. Like shit like that. We didn't grow up under that. We wanted to play sports. We wanted to be part of organizations. We had to bring our report cards to our coaches, and we got our asses towed up. And our parents weren't coming up there trying to figure out why we got a whooping. They trying to figure out how they finna whoop your ass when you get home because it was embarrassing to our parents back then. It made them look bad. And now these parents don't give a fuck. Y'all wear the same outfits to fucking Thrive that y'all wear to the parent-teacher conference if y'all going to that. Then you hoes come in there, or y'all shop as a motherfucker at Thrive or at the Prohibition Lounge, and y'all come to the motherfucking, to the school like a motherfucker asking you to cut the crock pot off downstairs. You got on furry slippers and a motherfucking bonnet about as big as your head. I don't understand it. Darnell said this nigga did really hate kids. I do. I don't hate all kids. I don't like bad, disrespectful fucking children. Like, I don't like it. I don't. And people try to be like, it's the children, it's the parents, and it is the parents. I do fault the parents, majority of it, but it's just at some point too many people are falling victim to crime. People are getting killed at the hands of a fucking 13-year-old. Like, who the fuck lives their life to be like 70 something and a fucking 12-year-old knock you upside your motherfucking head because you driving the fucking Buick Park Avenue? You know what I'm saying? Just something old. And y'all robbing people. And I'm not saying go out here and rob white people. I'm not saying that. But y'all robbing people that look like you. I don't have any fucking money. We both at the cash saver, bitch, trying to get some chicken salad and have enough money to make some spaghetti for the week. And you knocking me over the motherfucking head. It just doesn't make sense to me. Not saying go out to the white folks' neighborhood and do it to them. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is you might find some extra money. What I'm saying is you might get a little more bang for your buck. You didn't hear it from here. But seriously though, like, bitch, y'all robbing folks' grandma and look like your grandma. And then the mamas out here want to pass out. He can get shirt off his back and all this shit. And everybody got spray paint shirts on. Girl, fuck all these children. Fuck all these kids. But yeah, so I throw this card too. Yeah, that is fun. I'm liking this. So yeah, to the meat of the show tonight. I wanted the show tonight to be very fun, and I know I've been ranting for 25 minutes, but I wanted the show to be really, really fun and not too serious because this is my first time coming back, and I've been gone for 6 weeks. So yeah. So if you guys did not see, I'm gonna put it back on the screen. This is. I don't know if you know what this means. There's a song by, is it Tyrone Davis, y'all? Quote me if I'm wrong. It's called Sure Wasn't Me, right? And the beginning of the song says, well, you say your sister saw me coming at the Holiday Inn. So basically the song is talking about, this man is talking about his sister, his girlfriend or wife or whatever the situation, is telling the sister that she saw him out cheating or whatever the case, right? So the song goes on to say, if you didn't come up and touch me, it sure wasn't me. You might find my hat, you might find my coat, you might find my drawers. But if you didn't come out and touch me, hey, Andrea, if you did not come out and touch me, it sure wasn't me, right? So it led me to a topic and just personal shit too that I've heard. But it led me to a topic. Would you or should you tell someone you know that they are being cheated on? And this is something maybe, you may have saw it, heard it, or whatever the case. Like, I'm going to wait because I know the show is like maybe 20 seconds behind. So should you tell someone or would you tell someone that they are being cheated on? Could be a friend, a relative, coworker, whatever the case. And I'll wait. While I am waiting, if you want to donate to the Boy Please Whatever podcast via Cash App, it is $DIETRICK Smith SMITH, all together, no spaces, no special characters at all. It's just Dietrich Smith, as you will see on the screen. So yeah, I know it's behind, so I'm gonna give you guys a little time. But while you guys are responding, I guess I'll go ahead and give my part. My mom said no. I'm not saying a mumbling motherfucking word. Like Jesus on the cross didn't say a mumbling word. I'm not saying shit because you don't know if a bitch gonna be cool or come out of a bag. You don't know if her boyfriend is an axe murderer or a sniper. You just don't fucking know. And it's good to mind your business. I understand people are like, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be a real friend. That's my friend. It's my friend. Your friend might know already. Your friend 9 times out of 10 probably ain't gonna give a damn. So Darnell says some people get mad. Exactly. And that's my whole point on it. You just don't know what will happen. And I've had personal relationships with people who who've been cheated on, and I found out. And what I did, I went to their partner. I didn't go to my friend. For one, I knew they was gonna act a fucking fool. Two, I figured they were going to stay. They only left because I told them, I think, and it was just like an embarrassing thing for them. But I don't think they would have left if they had a caught them. But you know what I'm saying? If they had a caught them on their own, I don't think they would have left. It probably been like an argument or something like that, and they probably would have worked things out because they had been together for so long, and you get used to living life with someone. But yeah, I don't know. Isaac said yes, but you need the receipts as proof because people can be vindictive. And that's true too. But for me, for my own personal experience, I went and told the boyfriend. I was like, listen, I've been hearing this. I don't know if it's true or not. My phone's ringing. The person who you are allegedly fucking with, you probably need to have a conversation with them because they're telling people this and it's gotten back to me. And I was like, this conversation never happened. And I'm gonna leave it at that because you just don't know, right? You really never know how people will react to that. And I've seen and I know motherfuckers who found out they partner was cheating on them and they continued the relationship. They moved it up a level. You know what I'm saying? Oh, now you're gonna move in with me. You know, shit like that. And people get mad at you because most women and guys too will fight the person who they fucking or shoot or whatever the person that they're fucking versus having that conversation with the said person you're in a relationship, the person that you have that commitment with. You know, I just don't know. Quad said I wouldn't consider myself a real friend if I knew something like that and didn't tell them. And Drea Taylor says, I think it depends on my closeness of relationship with them. Basically the same thing Quad saying. I've been in both situations where I have and haven't told. And I have people both ways, mad and not mad. Demaria says, I'm not trying to come in between nobody's relationship. People have stayed in relationships after I told them and now their partner mad at me like, what the fuck? That's my thing, bitch. You not finna have this nigga ready to shoot me in the face across motherfucking, I'm telling him to pass me the motherfucking gravy for the turkey and dressing and he mad at me the whole motherfucking time. You know what I'm saying? You just don't know. I think it's just safe. Not saying I want to be a bad friend or it may make me, like I turn a blind eye and don't care. Now, you're not going to be cheating on my friend and we in the same circle at the motherfucking Huey's or some shit like now, bitch, you got to take this whole to Bally's down in the casino or Tunica or somewhere in Marion, Arkansas and do what the fuck you got to do. But you're not finna be cheating on, you know what I'm saying, at motherfucking in Midtown or some shit, you know, walking down the street all with it, and you know, you being disrespectful. But for me, in my personal experience, it just hasn't worked out well. And for some people, it seems like a very bad thing, but for a lot of people who have longevity, cheating isn't necessarily a deal breaker for some, depending on what you have established in a relationship. A motherfucker can't call me and like, oh, I saw your dude cheating on you at a Greek retreat. That's real messy. I saw your dude cheating on you down at, you know what I'm saying? Bitch, if I didn't catch him, don't ruin my motherfucking day. And I don't want to know and I don't want my dude to come to me and tell me he been cheating. You're ruining my day. If I didn't catch you and I'm not looking to catch you, I'm not finna go through your phone. Anyway, we talked about that before several times. I don't want to know. Pay these bills, cook this food, and make sure everything is the same. I don't want to fucking know. I don't have any. I don't have any desire in me to know if I'm being cheated on. Don't come to me if you know he doing something. I don't want to hear it. I don't give a fuck. You can call me naive or stupid or blind or whatever the case is. Right now, my life is sweet. My joy is complete. As the church people say, bitch, my future is secure and my needs are met. My baby pays bills on the 1st of every month on time, 9 years straight. You're not finna fuck up my shit. You just not. I'm sorry. Nicole Davis said, mind my business because the whole, oh my God, I just lost it. Shit, hold on. She said, mind my business because the whole going to stay with him. That's how I feel too. And Drew said, I've also been the one being cheated on. No one told me, but people definitely knew. I took the stands. That was what was done. The dark will come to light, and it did. Darnell said, are you a bad friend if you don't say something? I don't feel like you are a bad friend because some people are so very private and prideful, you just don't want people in your business. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's just, I don't know. I don't think you're a bad friend. But you just have to know, like, bitch, are you going to leave? You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people stay. Like, if you're not going to leave, I'm not finna have Tyrone mad at me. You know what I'm saying? Ready to knock me upside my motherfucking head. And you stand with him. Hey, yeah, we worked it out. Like, people don't like folks in their business. You know, I just don't know. Quad says, I'm trying to figure out who cares about someone being mad. It's not just that. It's not about caring someone being mad. I think I don't want to see my friends hurt, and I'm not finna be the one to bring the bone to you. Like, in my private, my personal experiences, this particular person I was talking about in the beginning, we don't talk anymore, and I think it's because the last time his partner or whatever the case was, whatever the status was cheating again, and I kept, like, this was the third time I found out all fucking 3 times that this person was being cheated on, and I didn't say anything the first time. I came, because in the first time he fucking disappeared, we didn't see him for months. The second time I told him, disappeared, didn't see him for months. And then the third time I didn't say anything, and I still hadn't heard from him since then. So you just kind of like, bitch, I don't know what the fuck to say, because I didn't want to be like, bitch, are you out to get me, or are you stalking me? But I just didn't want that energy. But for some particular reason, bitch, every time this boy got cheated on, bitch, I knew. It kept coming to me. But Ashley Holiday, someone who's been married for years, says, mind the business that pays you. If it don't come out in the wash, it will come out in the rinse. Quad says, if I know my friend is being dogged, I'm telling them, let them know what's going on. Whatever they do with the information is on them. Quick says, so you the one gonna get mad. Not that I'm gonna get mad. Hey, Tawana. Not that I'm gonna get mad. I just, I'm not gonna get mad. I just think everybody that knows me knows that I'm like, girl, don't call my phone by my man, bitch. Don't. If I need to know what God has for me is for me. If I need to find out, I'm gonna fucking find out. You know what I'm saying? I'm not stupid. And that's the thing. You really don't need anybody to tell you what the fuck going on. When a motherfucker get to moving differently and acting strange and shit, you know something's going on. So you don't really have to have somebody to call you with fucking receipts. Bitch, you know. You've been sharing every day with this person for so many years. You don't need a motherfucker to tell you, oh, this person cheating on you because I saw them down at the Malco Majestic. Bitch, no. You don't need nobody to tell you that. You fucking know that. Robin said, I saw my cousin's husband at Old Charles with another woman. I waved and he ducked. They are yet married, 25 years strong. Oh, we'll cheat on. That's my thing. I've been places where I saw a friend of mine's husband. I knew for a fact the motherfucker still married. We were at the Gold Strike, and it was just awkward. I'm like, bitch, you don't have to keep dodging me. I saw you with this fat bitch. She ain't got none of my motherfucking friend, but like I didn't call my friend like, girl, he down here at the Gold Strike with this bitch. Like it just wasn't my place. You know what I'm saying? Because at the same time, they could be taking a break. They could be in an open relationship. A motherfucker could have a hall pass or anything, and now you looking messy as a motherfucker because you just don't know. I don't know. I don't know. A lot of people take on the whole take, if you're not married, you are single. A lot of people take that and they run with it. I've had a lot of folks tell me this today. Well, not today, but in life, like if you're not married, you're single. And I was just like, I understand what they're saying, but you do have commitments that you have, chose to kind of follow, or, whatever. But I love my peace, and my friends are going to have to find out on their own. Sorry, not sorry. I agree, Damaris. I'm not about to do it. It's just something I don't think to. And like my thing is, I'm going to ask y'all, do you want to know? Everything is going on in your life. Y'all are happy. Y'all like cooking dinner together. Y'all having a ball, taking care of bills. He's treating you. She's treating you like you're the main thing that matters in their life. They ain't brought no diseases back. Do you really want to know? And if you do find out, is it going to make a difference? Like, are you going to leave? I ain't going nowhere. Oh, I got damn near fuck my motherfucking granddaddy, bitch. No, I'm just joking. But no, like, I'm just not going nowhere. I don't know. Like, hall passes are very real, Darnell. Like, they are very fucking real because a lot of people have, like, open relationships are happening now. Like I've said before, a lot of the divorce rate is high because of mainly finances, one, and infidelity, two. Because people are going into relationships these days and not being open about what they really desire, what they really like. And also, after a long period of time, your appetite may change. You know what I'm saying? That's another conversation to have with your partner. Some shit just may change for you. You may not have the same sex drive. You may are feeling a little freaky. You want to change positions or whatever. But I did do a poll earlier. On Instagram and Facebook, and they were like, A lot of people, 95% of the people was like, I'm telling my motherfucking friend, you know. But I just don't know if it's always gonna benefit you. But like Quad said earlier in the comments, he don't feel like it's something that matters. He doesn't really care if they are mad. So that's it. I love it. Quad is so fine. I won't leave you either. Hey, Quad, I love you. Twan is an idiot. Don't be sloppy. And that's my thing. Because you and I've been in 2 relationships in my entire life. The one I'm in now, I've been in for 9 years. The one before that, I kind of erased out of my whole life. There was like 4 years on and off or whatever. I cheated a lot. He cheated a lot. A lot of shit happened. It was open at one point. I don't think we ever had that conversation, but it was definitely open at one point. Just got to do what's best for you. You really got to do what's best for you, and have those conversations. It may be weird. Don't do the whole slut shaming thing, but yeah, like from my experience in having being in a longevity relationship, especially a gay relationship, like I always say, don't cut up if you're gonna stay. And I would say to anybody, I can't control my boyfriend. I just trust him to say he is where he is. He's going where he's going. He's doing what he's doing. Other than that, I'm not finna stress myself out trying to figure out where the fuck you are, who's this new friend, because people are able to make friends. I don't know if social media is ruining relationships or whatever, or people's trust and shit, but I'm not going through his likes. I don't give a fuck who he followed on Instagram or Twitter, whatever the case is. Like Robin said in the comments, don't be sloppy. And I'm not saying I condone infidelity. I'm not saying that at all. But I have grown to learn you cannot control an adult. People are going to do what the fuck they want to do. You can share locations. You can check their motherfucking phone. You can check those DMs. You can make a fake page. You can do everything you want to do to think you can keep control of that man or that woman. They're going to do what the fuck they want to do. Point blank, period. And that's how I feel about relationships at all. It's 100% trust. But at the same time, you cannot control anybody. And life is stressful enough. It's too stressful for me to be worried about bills and whether or not you fucking somebody. I'm just not finna do it. I'm the person who could be told no, handle my partner accordingly. Do I need to be told? No, the truth will come out. Jasmine Moss says, and don't be leaving and trying to blame me because I told you. Leave because you want to go and because you don't want to get cheated on. And if it ain't a deal breaker, stay and be quiet. Just don't say shit. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I would say, like, I tell people, don't call my friends know. I don't give a fuck if you saw this man sucking dick down at the cash safe. That ain't got a motherfucking thing to do with me. I don't know. I didn't see it. Can't nobody tell me the motherfucking thing about my mind, baby. He didn't do it. Ho, you hoes just jealous. You have to watch how they try to fuck your man. I don't know. But, I think you just have to consider all sources. What are the chances that the couple will stay together even if you did tell? Like, what are the chances? You have to know your friends as well. So you feel like, oh, I'm being a good friend, I'm going to tell it. No, not necessarily. If you know this hoe ain't going nowhere, there is no reason for you to tell her a motherfucking thing. If you know he ain't going nowhere, it ain't no reason to tell a motherfucking thing. Also, on the flip side, if you know your fucking friend's a fucking psychopath and can fucking unalive somebody over this shit, I think it'll be best you to keep your motherfucking mouth shut so you don't have no blood on your hands. You know what I'm saying? You just have to know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away. I just don't think that is always going to fall under the umbrella of I was just being a good friend. Sometimes being a good friend is shutting the fuck up and let life happen because you never know what a motherfucker got going on. And a lot of people, again, don't want you in their business. A lot of them will cut you off due to just sheer fucking embarrassment. Now they mad at you because you done ruined their motherfucking day. I just don't know how to call a business like, girl, I saw Tyrone down the motherfucking Gold Strike with a bitch, on the penny slots. And he was giving her money. I don't see myself making that phone call. And also I did write down too, what is considered cheating? Just to, make the conversation go a little longer. What is cheating? Is it the act of sex? Is cheating DMs? Is it heavy flirting, getting a drink bought and having a conversation, exchanging numbers with someone that you may know or think likes you? What's cheating? Steven said, not my business. Hey, the couple will stop talking to you and they will say together, now, right, bitch, and now you can't come over and watch Super Bowl because you running your motherfucking mouth trying to tell it on Tyrone, and she been doing Tyrone fucking that bitch. You know what I'm saying? You just never know. You just never know, and I think it's just best to keep your motherfucking mouth shut. And especially when you have, not to say my mom is always right about everything, but she been with my dad 40 motherfucking years. Do I know what my dad been doing? No, I don't. I'm sure my mama got a better idea what he been doing when they was younger. Possibly. However, as for me in my house, I take a lot of my point of views from Mommy Dearest. It's been working for her. Hopefully, it's been working for me so far. I just don't know. Robin said emotional ties, talking too much on the phone and texting. I'm going to tell you that. I'm glad you said that. For me, I've always said, I can't stop you from doing what you want to do, and I don't know for a fact that I would leave if you cheat. I don't know. But what I'm not finna compete for, I'm not finna be second place. I'm not finna compete for your heart. If you feel like you love this nigga, you gonna be with him. This is how I feel. Now, I'm not condoning infidelity. I don't want you to go around and cheat on me or whatever, but you cheat on me, I don't feel like, and I also don't feel like it's something wrong with me if you do that, bitch. I ain't done nothing. I'm nasty and I'm ready to hunch all the time. But people have complicated relationships. Yeah, and life is complicated, and people have a lot of understandings, and people, just because your friend may not feel comfortable enough to tell you, yeah, bitch, I know, I let Fontaine go and fuck off every 2 weeks or whatever, every month. You know what I'm saying? Just because you went to motherfucking Catherine's looking for a blouse for Mother's Day brunch, you know what I'm saying? Now you ran up on him buying another bitch a little white skirt, and you know what I'm saying? Now you in some mess instead of minding your motherfucking business. Sometimes being good friends is minding your motherfucking business. Fuck, from that damn list, I'm a compulsive cheater. Oh my God, Danielle, I hope your friend not on here, whoever you with. But the thing is, like, your life is just complicated, and I don't know, and I'd rather live my life in a bubble and just not know. And not saying I don't care, I just rather not motherfucking know. I that's just me. I wrote down also, is there a bro code where men don't tell? So for the men that are watching, like, do you tell your homeboy, yeah, niggas talk too much? I know that. I know this answer. Niggas talk too much. For one, a lot of niggas be haters too, so they be ready to tell you, I saw that bitch down there sharing hookah with a nigga at the club. You know what I'm saying? Anything like that. But yeah, I just feel like if you're going to cut up, don't stay. If you know you're going to cut up, go ahead and tell your friends, like, just bring it up in random ass conversation. Girl, I called Fontaine talking to a nigga, or I called Tony talking to a nigga, or whoever the fuck you want to call him. I call him talking to a nigga, or talking to a bitch, or whatever the case is, and, we got into it or whatever, but that was it on there. I know he fucking this bitch. I know he fucking that hoe. He fucking his baby mama, whatever the case is. Just have those conversations or let your friends know, like, I don't want to know. My friends know for a fact I do not want to know. Tawana said, it's tough. I tried to be the friend that tells and the one that doesn't. I lost both times. Same with me. Same fucking with me. I was just like, this third time, I lost every time, actually. But I was just like, bitch, you can't be mad at me because I ain't want to tell your nigga was cheating. My thing was, you got to hear from somebody else. I'm not finna keep coming to you telling you, hey, every person you have dated in the past 4 years have been out here fucking around. And also, and for my personal experience, the last time, when the reason I didn't tell, I didn't know he fucked anybody. He was just flirting very heavily in DMs. And people were sending screenshots because people hated him. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if they were sending them to me hoping I was going to tell, but I just didn't. You know what I'm saying? And it was also a thing of like, bitch, the people he was flirting with, I knew too. So it just wasn't a loyalty thing. I was just like, bitch, I'm going to keep my name out of it. Pamela James ain't saying shit. I'm just going to keep my name out of it. I just don't know. I don't know what the fuck was expected of me at that point. Because, bitch, I already, you know what? Honestly, now that I think about it, this show, if I'm doubt they watch, but this show would be the first time I've ever said I knew about the first boyfriend. I was the one that came to him and told him I knew what was going on. And I was like, you need to talk to him because I've been hearing this and I'm not going to say anything because I'm going to give you the chance to fix it how you want to fix it. You might have slipped up and had a weak moment and decide, hey, bitch, I'm not fucking with you no more because you run your mouth too motherfucking much. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the fuck they wanted to happen, but I got burned all 3 times. So that's why I just be like, bitch, I ain't saying a motherfucking thing. Hey, Jay. Robin says, real friends, I want to break your heart. I won't tell my friend anything that'll break their heart. That's me. I'm not telling my friends shit that I know is going to crush them. I'm just not. That was just me. When I found out that my friend was being cheated on, or my then friend was being cheated on, my initial response was, bitch, I'm finna call old boy, because I knew him too. Did I have his number? No. We were Facebook friends or whatever. We were cordial. I messaged him and I was like, hey, give me a fucking call. I heard XYZ. We talked on the phone and he was upfront and honest. Came to my house that evening and was like, I've been out of love, XYZ. I'm finna break up with him when he get back home. That's how that ended. But for me, I didn't know. I was just thinking, bitch, y'all been together so long. I don't want to see y'all break up. I know people make mistakes. You know what I'm saying? And that does not mean I don't love you because I made a mistake. It just means I had a weak moment or whatever the case is. Some people put up with it. Some people don't. Some people buy it as a weak moment. Some people don't. You know what I'm saying? What works for the goose don't work for the gander. I get that. But for me, I was like, bitch, I'm trying to salvage your relationship and keep your life happy. It seemed happy. So I was like, bitch, for me, I don't want to go and call you and be like, girl, XYZ fucking off with ABC. I didn't want to do that. So I reached out to the nigga and I was like, hey, I heard this. It didn't work out in my friend's favor at all because dude, was ready to go anyway. But I thought I was doing a better thing by saying, hey, bitch. And he was on vacation. I didn't want to ruin that girl trip. So I was just like, bitch, I'm going to tell him, get your shit together, Carol. But it just didn't work. I don't know. Julie said, I told my homegirl and had proof, and this nigga, the guy, said I was lying and I wanted him, so I'm changing my answer. That's what I'm saying. And hoes will believe that. I had a friend a long time ago. He's still my friend. His dude was fucking somebody else that I know. And I was like, you need to watch him. Be careful. He's a big whore. He's fucking XYZ. My friend mad at me the whole motherfucking time. I'm sitting here thinking I'm being super friend. This bitch looking at me like she ready to spit dragon fire on my ass. And we talking in the kitchen, and he was like, he's soaking everything up. Went back and told the nigga that I said that he was fucking who he really was fucking. This man, Dietrich been liking me. He been trying to talk to me for years and XYZ. So this bitch who's dick dumb was like, yeah, I figured because he called me sneaky and all this shit. And I'm like, bitch, okay, whatever. A year later, found out he was indeed fucking the guy because a nigga who I told him he was fucking called his phone because he just found out about him. He came back apologizing. I was mad at you. And I'm just like, bitch, that's why I'm telling y'all. Y'all be thinking y'all being a friend or don't give a fuck about them being mad about me being a friend. Well, at least I told you, girl, these motherfuckers don't care. These people do not give a fuck until they give a fuck. That's just my whole take on it. You don't have to agree. I don't have to work and there's a ring on my finger. I don't want to know. Bitch alone. That's what I'm saying, baby. They already be knowing their partner's cheating, so I wouldn't say a word. Jasmine Moss said, I think at the point when you're hiding things from your partner, like text, call logs, DMs. But what if said friend is the one to you and you didn't say anything? Oh, what if said friend is the one to leave and you didn't say anything? I just think I'm gonna mind my business. I just feel like if you will find out in due time, and I'm just not finna be in the midst of that shit. I just don't want to be in the middle of any unnecessary fucking drama because you decided, okay, this nigga out here cheating. I just don't. Isaac Watson says, if we fall out over a nigga, then so be it. And you have the right to feel that way too. I get where you're coming from. I just don't be having time for the drama. I just like peace. I like to teach the world to sing in perfect harmony. I just don't have time for the bullshit. I don't want to be in the middle of any of that. So I just feel like we should leave well enough alone. You don't have to follow me. I don't have any degrees. I'm not licensed in anything. You don't have to listen to me. I'm just saying what the fuck I feel. I'm not saying a motherfucking word. This is just based off sheer experience. Your experience could be 100% different from mine. I'm just not finna say a motherfucking word. I'm just not. Yeah. So yeah. What's that? I think that's all I have. The person who tells end up getting burned in the end. That was the last point. That's true for some, may not be for most, but that happened to me. I'm just not finna. I'm not finna say shit. Bitch, my throat dry as a motherfucker. I don't know what's going on. I passed out this weekend. I had a very special piece of candy. My throat's been dry ever since. Have y'all ever vomited from a very special piece of candy? You get what I'm saying? I passed the fuck out and threw up. It was gross. But anywho, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the opening show. Next week, I have special guest, and the show will be live, of course. But I'm sending out invitations, so I'm shooting to have two special guests, two black business owners, and we're going to talk about the pros and cons of owning a black business. So that should be really, really interesting. And I hope you guys like my cards. I have more. I bought a bunch, right? But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the Boy Please Whatever podcast, the only podcast, your favorite podcast, sorry, the only podcast that matters. Also, if you need promotion from the Boy Please Whatever podcast, please send your email to boypleasewhatever23@gmail.com. $50 for 2 episodes, which is the minimum, and $25 for any additional episodes afterwards. Got it? It could be any type of commercials. If you need me to do a voiceover, please include that in the email. If you have everything already set up, you want to just send it to me, go ahead and do that as well. Please do not forget. Once you see my face, please do not forget. If you would like to be featured on the show, or anonymous, it's cool. I'm probably not going to say their names anyway. I'm not going to say their names anyway unless you say it's okay. But we will have a segment called One Time at Band Camp. If you have any secret stories, funny stories, sex stories, it does not matter. If you want to do that, please send an email to boypleasewhatever23@gmail.com. Again, it's called One Time at Band Camp. Make sure you include that in the description, or the subject line rather, so that I would not miss it. If you'd like to donate to the podcast, the offering basket is on the screen. I'm looking at my TV too. Hey Derek, thank you, brother. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I wanted the show, it was kind of freelance. I wanted it to be kind of fun loving, where people can, participate. We ask a few questions, but from here on out, we will have more, not serious topics, but you know what I'm saying, some really, really good, hearty conversations with guests. I guess you guys will then be able to see my new setup. I just like my table. I'm sorry. I just like my fucking table. So this will be it when I'm doing the show myself. I will email you about a business collab. Cool beans. I will be more than happy to look over that, Charles. But yeah, so again, welcome. Well, not welcome. Thank you for tuning into the Boy Please Whatever podcast, your favorite podcast, the only podcast that matters. Yeah, I heard it. I wonder what happened. That's weird. I hope it's not making a lot of noise out here. Can y'all hear it? Can y'all hear it? What's the tea? That's stupid. I can't hear it for some strange reason. But yeah, Thank y'all. I'm about to eat me some motherfucking turkey sandwiches and barbecue chips for dinner. I'm fucking starving. Listen to me. I'm fucking starving. But again, see you guys on next Monday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And peace the fuck out. Sayonara. See you later. Oh, y'all hear it. I'm so sorry. For some reason, y'all, I can't hear it, and that's so crazy. I wonder what that was. Well, I guess I'll go back and listen to it. But anyway, see y'all next week, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and have a good night and a good work day. And I'm out of this bitch.